We might have problems here because you better add this up in your head tonight. Oh, can I fish for 10 hours and run for 4 and still make it to weigh in when it's an 8-hour tournament? I think I can. I think I can. So here's our house. This is a lodge. We actually found it about 5 years ago coming to Kentucky Lake. What's cool about it, huge back lot to park, and it's literally 3 minutes to the boat ramp. So it sleeps a bunch of people. This is like a sportsman's paradise. The owner obviously is a huge guy into hunting and fishing. You can see why. There's mounts everywhere. There's turkeys. This is my favorite mount of the week here. Out of all these mounts, we got the squirrel. Check out this little squirrel right here. Who thinks of this, right? I've never seen a mounted squirrel. Bobcat here, pretty lousy job also, but the guy tried. You can tell. I mean, look at the face here. It's about to get hit by a car. Scared cat. Look at the thing, dude. Look at his face. I mean, it's gonna get hit by a car, I guarantee it. If you were into hunting and fishing, this would be like the place for you. Sleeps a bunch of guys. I mean, who has a bear in their place they're staying at here for Kentucky Week? I do. Here's the room. This is where we've been staying. Nothing fancy. I got a kick out of this. I didn't notice this until yesterday. We got a coat hanger up here, okay, with deer hooves. I mean, that is a little out there. I've never thought about making a deer hoof coat hanger with some bolts here and the actual antlers, but it's out there. You know, when I think of deer, I didn't really know they could do this with their hooves and go this way. This is like death row, dude. You got turkeys, geese, deer, squirrel, bear, bobcat.
Here we go, stop number 5 of the Walmart FLW Tour. Takes us just downstream from our last stop on Pickwick Lake. We're heading down the Tennessee River into western Kentucky, heading to Kentucky Lake. Now this tournament's kind of cool for 2 reasons. Reason 1, we're in FLW's operations backyard. We got an office right there in Benton, Kentucky, so we're close to home. But also, this tournament is probably gonna be the slugfest of the season. This is what everyone's looking for, because there's gonna be some pretty big bags. Now, it's early June on Kentucky Lake, and that means basically one thing. Everyone's fishing offshore. These fish have spawned, they did their thing up shallow, and there's one thing Kentucky Lake is famous for, and that's its offshore ledges. Massive schools of fish move out, set up on these things for summertime to gorge on shad, and they school up by the hundreds. So not only is pretty much everyone gonna be fishing out there, but you're gonna see a pile of fish caught and some absolutely giant bags of fish. Coming into this event, Cody sits 40th in the Angler of the Year points, which means he's right outside the cut to make it to the Forrest Wood Cup. And these last 2 tournaments, Kentucky Lake and Champlain, set up really well for Cody, especially Kentucky Lake. This event is a place you can use your electronics, you can video game fish and stare at your graph, and there's nothing more that Cody loves than staring at his electronics, watching those fish down at the bottom, sending a drop shot down to them and plucking them. He can also do a lot of other things. Cody's pretty versatile, but I mean, his wheelhouse is those finesse techniques. And these heavily pressured fish on these offshore ledges at Kentucky Lake, they need some finesse in their life, and Cody's gonna give it to them.
I mean, you wait till the last minute. I thought you were one of those guys who's like prepared, like the night before.
Yeah.
The FLW Tour has pros and co-anglers, and they're randomly paired over the course of the first 2 days of fishing.
If Spencer gets going, I'm gonna feed him this jig.
There's a wide variety of people that come out to fish as a co-angler. It's a great opportunity to learn from some of the best pros in the industry, have some fun, maybe make a little money. Thing is, you get a wide range of people from all different backgrounds. You get some characters.
Ready to go!
Guy's excited.
I'm fishing with Cody Meyer. Why wouldn't I be excited?
You get some people that just don't say a whole lot. They just like catching fish.
Thanks for bringing me fishing, Cody.
Yeah.
And then you get some guys that just...
Dude, we've been crushing the mortgages. I had a record month. Did $4 million in volume. 17 deals. You know, I went online and I ordered. I finally found on Amazon a 25 pack of those and I ordered them. The 1.0, you know? And the damn guy sent me 25 5.0s. And he wouldn't take them back. I complained.
They're characters, that's all you can say. I mean, they talk a lot.
I know, I had 10, this week I've had 10 realtor deals. They call up, hey, I need to get this person pre-qualified to get ready to write a purchase agreement. And those are laydowns, you know?
Yeah.
Today, Cody's co-angler, definitely one that likes to rattle on.
I got a cabin that smells like an 80-year-old man.
And on.
It's ridiculous, the amount of paperwork. Like, I did a reverse mortgage for this woman, but it took him 6 hours to fill out the 164 pages document just to submit it.
Yeah.
And on.
He's got an amazing work ethic. He's 6'2", he's good looking, he's ripped up, he works out, manages his macros that he eats. And he got 3 or 4 different girls on Facebook on dates, pictures, prom, you know, formals, whatever. He's a leader.
I don't know really what you're talking about, but. Dude, there's boats everywhere, all over. Let's take off this. That's what I hate about this place, dude. Like every spot we try to go to. Very frustrating. Dude, we try to hit like 6 spots on the way up.
Right there.
Spencer, we gotta catch one.
Gotta hold her mouth right. Oh, he's coming up right now. Yes!
Dude, I've never seen someone get so excited for a 2-pounder.
I thought we were having a love fest and I'm getting yelled at. Or laughed at.
Oh, I ain't laughing.
Oh, I am so sorry. If I knock your fish off, you'll slap me.
Hey, does he get a D- for that net job?
Come on.
Fish number 1. It's in the boat.
Cool.
Yeah, dude.
We broke the ice.
Did you get Spencer trying to knock my fish off on camera?
Dude, I have not done that in forever.
Because I'm going to make a big deal of that tonight. That was funny.
Hey, you know what?
Look at this guy. I bet you anything we get a bite as soon as this big old barge comes by. Yeah, man, it's not the one we want, but pretty funny, huh? I don't know, I've never seen it this tough here.
This is a bigger one. In the back of the boat, this is what we catch.
Yep. Every event I've said it, And I'm gonna say it again, I cannot wait for Lake Champlain. Dude, it's true though. Like every event, you're thinking of the next one, how much better it's gonna be. So when we get there, something's gonna be wrong, you know that. Spencer.
Is that a no?
Yeah.
My man, come see me, baby. Love this guy. My favorite people in the whole world. Good to see you, Cody.
Great to see you. You know why? Because usually here on Top 20 Days, and I haven't made one this year, so finally, you're making me feel special again.
There you go, baby. You make a lot of them, let me tell you. Cody Meyer from Auburn, California. 5 bass limit on day 1 for 15-11, as in 27th place. Good start, Cody.
Yeah, I was I was getting the net all day for my co-angler. He just whooped me good, but we had a great time out there. Threw a lot of fun stuff, you know, big lines, swim baits, big stuff. Great time, and hopefully tomorrow I can actually do something to catch them.
Usually do, buddy. I'll see you right back here tomorrow, Cody.
At the end of day 1, Cody had a decent day on Kentucky Lake, and he's sitting in 35th place right now. But the promising thing is he's around the right fish, because his co-angler Spencer proved that he's really good at multitasking, because the guy can talk a lot.
Next time, remind me to get earplugs. For real.
But also, he can catch a lot of fish. And he weighed in 1914, so Cody's around some good fish. Just got to get him up in the front of the boat.
Well, Spencer definitely put it on me today. Big ones. Good job, man.
I was lucky, you know. I was holding my mouth right.
Yeah. We live to fight another day. Every day this year, like I said, has been a grind. So I'm sure tomorrow's gonna be too. Hopefully we finally get out of one of these tournaments where it's like epic, man, a blast, or maybe Champlain, or tomorrow we're just catching them nonstop. So that's what I'm looking forward to, man. Hopefully tomorrow.
I think you'll do good. You're on fish. You obviously put me around them.
Yeah.
And, you know, fish clean, try to get them in the boat.
This is like the second thing I've ate today. So bad for you, man. If my wife was here right now, she would be pretty upset, because obviously you're supposed to eat throughout the day, but you're going, thinking your next cast is gonna be the one, and you just forget about it. It don't take time to even eat, which is terrible, but in the heat of the moment, you don't really care about that. All right, here, let me give you the keys here.
Go get my truck and shut up, right?
Pretty much.
I'm overwhelmed by your generosity to share the water today.
Yeah.
You were really, really generous, and it was like going fishing with one of my buddies. I appreciate it.
Cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Okay. Literally, Spencer's a great guy, but he will not stop talking. I like the guy, but oh my goodness, he talked all day. And he caught him, he blasted me. He whooped me up and down, side to side. But he talked more than any person I've ever fished with in my life.
I was looking at fish all up and down today.
Were you?
But more on the bottom than in practice. But like you were saying about Randy, you know, being here all the hours here, I caught like a 6.5 pounder in practice.
Yeah.
And when it came up, its eyes were like that big. I was so surprised it wasn't Randy that caught it. It came out, he's like, Randy? Mark? Who are you?
Who are you? What's a beard all about?
Who's this guy?
We pulled up on our last spot today, and I'm like, all right, last cast. And I set up, and I was like, get the net. This was like a 6 or 7. I'm fighting it, and I'm like, this thing feels funny. Comes up like a 20-pound drum.
Whoa.
I was like, are you kidding me? I was so pissed. I for sure thought, I was like, all right, this fish, I'll have 20.
You would have been the hero of the day, right? Like if you would have lost that
We'd be hearing about this 10-pounder
10
all
pounder,
night.
12 pounder you lost.
Dude, I saw it.
Hey, how's that Daiwa rod you borrowed, man? Perform for you or what? Let me guess. Hold on. You weighed in every single fish on it today.
I did weigh every fish I weighed in on a Daiwa rod, but it was not all on the spinning rod.
But you weighed in some.
It weighed in some. And I did weigh in one on my sponsor.
You're retying my rod. And you're going to tell me about a different rod when you're literally retying the rod you used all day.
Do you get any credit for these fish at the scales?
No, I don't.
It's your bait,
Unfortunately, no.
your rod. Did you give him the line?
I should get like a 2-pound
royalty
bump on that or something.
He'll give you half his check.
Thank you.
That doesn't happen very often.
You know
What's
what?
half a zero?
Since you contracted it, I'll give you part of it.
10%.
Okay, deal.
At the beginning of the year, me and Cody had a bet. Whoever finishes higher and gets the check has to buy the other one a steak.
Wow.
You know how many steaks I've had to buy him this year?
2.
1. He still owes me 3 steaks.
Well, maybe he's just gonna buy you a cow at the end of the year.
I'll take a cow.
I bet you would. I bet you would. Chuck, what's gonna be your bag tomorrow?
Dude, my buddy, when we were tarpon fishing a couple weeks ago, one of my best friends, we're sitting there and he's sitting next to me with his rod back like this, and I would just tap the butt of his rod, and he never knew it. And he'd set the hook, and he'd go, damn, missed one. And Val sitting behind us just dying laughing. And then we'd let a couple of minutes go by, and then just reach over, just hit the butt of the rod again. He'd set the hook. Pat, what's wrong with you? How come you're not catching these things?
What did he say?
He's like, I don't know, they keep dropping it.
All I heard today, Joe, all day, was
You gotta have a business plan. Let's say for 7 years he sold that and he scraped by. Borrowed money, probably had his cable cut off a couple of times, you know what I mean? Let me do my George Carlin routine.
Let's hear it.
I'm not gonna say it's on camera.
And then all of a sudden I reach over there and bang on his line, dude.
Like 2 years ago with JT Kinney.
That is the best.
No, I was trying to see if you'd swing.
JT Kinney at Okeechobee, and we stood there and talked, and we were
That's all I heard. Non-stop.
Wow. That must have been fun.
You know, we were talking about that last night. You know, he's one of the best in the industry of taking care of a facility, the sport, the anglers, you know, preparing everything, getting everything to go smoothly. Thank God he doesn't fish. Otherwise, he'd be all jacked up.
I said it. Multiple anglers on the water said it. Man, you talk way too much. He goes, oh, I know. People have been telling me that my whole life. You know how many guys would be pissed at you?
I almost got beat up one day over it.
Didn't stop him. But then he'd be like, ba 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 ba, and I'd have to net a 4-pounder. Ain't big, but they'll start. Number 4. Look at her busting out there. 5. Yes. Good one. Woo! You know, yesterday I pulled up on this spot around 10:30 with 0 bass, and today it's 10:30 and we've already culled twice. So what a difference, you know, a day makes. And it's just all about decision making, where to go. Do that again, man. That's fun. You know, yesterday we were running around trying to hit schools. There's one here the whole time. I knew there was fish here, but I didn't think there was as many as there really are down there. So, you know, had I known, I would have just shut down here yesterday. But it all worked out. You know, we pulled up here this time and caught some. It just, man, it feels so much better to be catching them than not, because, you know, when you're not catching them and it's 10:30 and you haven't got a keeper, voices in your head start talking to you like, you know, do something different, make a long run. I mean, I was thinking about going down to Paris, just thinking about going here or there. I'm glad I'm definitely glad it worked out the way it did. Although,
Yep.
it probably would have been good to make that long run, because that would have been like 30, 45 minutes of no Spencer yelling and talking. And if I still heard him, I would just act like I didn't even know what was going on. How loud he talks, though, you could have heard him. I guarantee it. That's what we were after all week. Good one for sure. That definitely helped out the day. What's up, Jonathan? Dude, I gotta ask you, how was it today with Spencer? Earplugs? You needed them, huh? Honestly, huh?
Meyer, you're next, man.
Yeah.
At 15-11 on day 1. Good to see you.
You too, buddy.
This guy is a 7-time Forrest Wood Cup qualifier, and about, half of those you made the top 10. It's what you do. 15-11 on day 1, 5 more today. Worth 16 pounds and 11 ounces, has you in 8th place. You may go fishing tomorrow.
Yeah, it's early weigh-in, so probably not, but you know what? I am so stoked to be here. I love coming to Kentucky Lake. The whole TVA system's awesome. We caught fish all day long, and that's what it's all about. They're all alive and healthy thanks to our Ranger live well. And my motor run great all week, all year. I haven't had anything but success with it, saved on a bunch of fuel. And I got to thank my wife, my little girl for supporting me. Daiwa, Strike King, just all the great people that allow me to be here. And thank you guys, man. You guys are great.
Cody, thank you so much.
Old reliable Cody went out on day 2, caught some more fish, had another consistent showing, almost made the top 20 cut. He winds up finishing 25th. Well, as we thought, Kentucky Lake did not disappoint in this event.
It's just getting ridiculous at this point.
And there were some monster bags of fish caught.
Big.
Jason Lambert, who is a well-known ledge fisherman. Dude caught almost 100 pounds of bass. Had a monstrous final day, caught like almost 29 pounds. I mean, it was insane.
Dude, that is a friggin' giant. Fish like that's what's winning tournaments.
And so it's no surprise to see him go on and win the tournament on the ledges at Kentucky Lake. And the photos were pretty epic too.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not saying I know who took them, but what's got 2 thumbs and took photos of Jason Lambert? This guy. Oh, that's terrible.
Unfortunately, we didn't make the cut, but guess what? We're steadily climbing this mountain, and we're going up every single tournament. We keep coming up in points. We finished 25th here.
Cody's 25th place showing on Kentucky Lake earns him a $10,000 check.
10,000 bucks. You know, that's always good. I guarantee you my wife's gonna be super happy about that.
And brings his 2016 winnings up to $34,000, which is pretty impressive because the first part of the season, not so great.
When you're mentally not in it, you know, and your head's not in it, you're second guessing every single move you make. And I found myself really doing that the first half of the season.
However, he's been able to turn things around in the back half.
We're doing it, man. I mean, we're back on track. We're doing what we need to do.
And more importantly, this 25th place finish here moved him up in the Angler of the Year standings to 25th place, and he's now inside the cut to make the Forrest Wood Cup. So if he can take this momentum from Kentucky Lake into the final event on Champlain, Cody, you'll be going to the ship, man.
I mean, I'm so excited about the rest of the season. Just one more we got to get through to make it to the big show.